Hello, welcome to the G&E Show. You are listening in the Cardone Zone. Today we have Grant Cardone. I, of course, am Elena Cardone.
The beautiful Elena Cardone.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys being here today.
Bringing it to you, the business of marriage.
Got a great show
always
today. Great
easy,
show.
but
Great.
we're figuring it out. We do have a great show. You're so excited.
What are you figuring out, by the way?
We're figuring out how to continue to have we're going on 16 years of marriage next month.
Oh, my God.
16 years of marriage. We're rearing two beautiful children. We're
Two
running
cats.
multiple businesses. We have two kittens. So we're figuring it all out, just like the rest of us. But I would say we have a pretty good thing going.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. It can always be better. But, you know, today we have a great show for you. Every week we come to you to talk about something going on for us in the world. What a noisy world we live in today.
What a noisy world.
I want to thank everybody at Sirius XM Business Radio for having us on this show. Every week we come to you to talk. My wife and I have been together for a little bit right now. And we, like you, are impacted by all the stuff going on in the world. I'm telling you, the next 5 months, 4 or 5 months, is going to be the noisiest, most confusing, most angry times I think this country's ever seen.
So you think it's going to be worse than it is right now?
July, man, what's that background noise?
Yeah,
This is a radio show, man. Come on, Johnny, get your game on.
So you think it's going to be even more angry and aggressive and
I think
noisy
July,
than it is now?
July, August, September, October, November till election time, and then maybe through the end of the year, depending on the outcome of that election, is going to be the most dividing time this country has ever experienced. And it's sad to say because there's so much distraction. And there's so many good things to be talking about right now. And then so many things that we're not talking about, like what happened to Corona?
Well, they're trying to bring that back.
Who's they?
I flip on the news, dreadful news, and you know they're trying to start reporting out new outbreaks, and they're trying to prepare us for the fall when it's going to get worse again. So they are they're bringing it back. They're not letting go.
Where did it go though? It went away.
It went away when we had riots and you know the horrendous murder of George Floyd. So I mean, then we just got distracted.
Are you pandering right now?
I don't think
That's
I'm
the
pandering.
other thing.
I think I'm just stating the obvious.
I was accused of pandering the other day.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Well, don't put your pushing pandering on me.
So look, check it out. What happened to Corona? That's what I wanted. Where did it go?
The spotlight. I'm trying to answer your question.
How many cases of Corona in the world?
4 million.
7,300,000. 400,000 deaths. Okay.
That I knew.
Now I don't know if they're all from Corona,
No.
but this is all we heard. 3 weeks ago, all we heard about was Corona, masks, ventilators, hospitals, 40 million people out of work.
We were all at home because of this.
Yeah. So if Corona comes back, and I'd love for you guys to let us know what you think below. If Corona comes back, because we're starting to open the country up now. Even our beaches in Miami are finally open.
They opened today.
I saw people walking on the beach. I'm like, whoa, those are aliens, which we'll be talking about in the show later today too, by the way. We're going to be talking about aliens and UFOs. What happened to Corona? Okay, if it comes back, if we have a second bout, I want to know, please below, write down, if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or wherever you're watching or listening on Sirius, you can call us up, 305-865-8668. If it comes back, could we ever convince America to go back home?
On the quarantine?
Johnny, what do you think?
Man, I don't think we can convince people to go back.
I think that there will be an upheaval louder than whether you're a Democrat or Republican in November.
How do you go from seeing the riots in the street where the media the week before was upset with the partiers in the Ozarks because they were together, same media that was upset saying how shameful and horrible this was then now saying, let's allow the protesters. So no, I am not having a judgment on either. All I'm saying is which is it? Are we now like afraid of it and we have to quarantine, or are we over it? Because I think after we saw the riots, that everyone's like, okay, well, why do we have
2 million cases in the USA, 742,000. I know you weren't.
Why do we have to do the social distancing? It seems like it's irrelevant, especially.
Yeah.
if we don't see him. Go ahead.
Yeah, 2 million cases in America, 740,000 cases in Brazil, 493,000 cases in Russia. I know they're supposedly having outbreaks in Houston today because they've been open Texas up. And yet you're not hearing about any of this. All I'm saying to you folks is the news. Listen to too much news and you lose. Where did it go? Why did it disappear? Why do we hear some things and not hear some things? Okay? I'm just paying.
Haven't heard about Italy in a long time. Not since the U.S. became number one. Then
Okay.
number one in the highest corona cases, COVID cases.
Where did it go?
Well, that's what I'm trying to tell you, sweetheart. I don't think it went away. I think the spotlight went off of it, but I do think the spotlight will go back to it.
When?
Soon, probably in the next week or two.
You're making it.
I'm guessing.
Okay.
I don't know
So-
how much
so
I know.
that's
I
what-
guarantee you.
Do you guys have the same problem? Yeah, guarantee
This is
something.
what I guarantee. From hearing the news, they say in the fall is when they're going to really pitch.
Who's saying this?
This is from the Dr. Fauci or whatever, and the chick that we've been watching every day, and the task force. They all have been preparing us for this resurgence in the fall. So my prediction, who knows? Like, I didn't predict that everyone was gonna, that George Floyd was gonna be murdered last week, and now we were gonna have this uprising against police.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. Okay, 3 weeks ago. Actually, some police officers 3 weeks ago were being hailed as first responders to the COVID case, and they were respected. And so who knows? What I'm saying is the tides
so you don't know.
can turn.
You're predicting what?
I'm predicting.
Make a prediction then.
My prediction is we're going to hear a lot more about COVID in the fall.
Okay, so
and maybe even another bout for quarantine.
Okay, that's your lame prediction.
What's your prediction?
My prediction is it will not matter if it comes back or not. You will not send people back to work, home. You will not get people scared again. You will not get people, there's no way. There will be an upheaval. Johnny, you agree with me, I think.
There's going to be an uprising.
Uprising, there's going to be.
I'm down for the uprising. Huh? I'm down for the uprising, but what are you going to do when the city shuts your offices down?
I don't think that they can shut it down again. I don't think any city, no state, no federal government will be able to shut the country down again. I just don't think we'll allow it, which is my point. Yeah, of course it's my opinion, but it's not lame.
It's not
it's
strong.
It's
strong.
Okay?
It's powerful. Okay.
Well, because this is why. This is why. And my point of this is, why is Corona for a month and a half everything we hear, and then in the last 10 days it just completely disappears? You don't have to be a Republican, a Democrat, or an independent to say, why do we hear about who was Jeffrey Epstein, and why don't we know? Where did that guy get all his dough from? Okay, the UFO things, because we're talking about those things today. The UFO things. Why?
April 28th. Okay, the Pentagon released 3 videos that are confirmed were taken from the U.S. naval.
You got ahead of me. I was just teasing. I was just teasing.
Well, they released these on April 28th, 2020, but we were so consumed with Corona
you
or
can put
COVID,
it in front of my face, Johnny, not hers.
That no one even wants to mention that. Now they do have explanations for it. They say
whatever.
It could be
No, don't go
reflection.
there yet. Don't go there yet. I want to talk to some of our callers. Hey,
Okay.
what do you guys think? Why are we not hearing about Corona cases? I think Houston's got hot right now. It's a possibility that Houston's lit up. They also say that a sewer system in Germany, they're like, hey, the sewer might cure. Yesterday, I read that there might be another cure that does not require vaccine. Have you heard about this one?
No.
It might just disappear.
And you know what's crazy? I think after all these riots and stuff started, all of a sudden a cure for coronavirus has been tested positive in clinical studies.
What do you mean, a cure tested positive?
So a cure tested positive, a vaccine has tested positive to cure the coronavirus all of a sudden in clinical studies.
Yeah. But I heard also that there might be another cure that doesn't require a vaccine.
Well,
can I tell them what it is?
Sure. I thought you were
Stay with me.
teasing. I thought you were teasing. I
And
don't know now.
The cure is, it just vanishes.
Just goes away.
I want my money back for my mask.
Now, the woman who is affiliated with the WHO organization, the World Health Organization, was on the news at the beginning of the week saying that it was very rare that asymptomatic people could spread the disease. And then she had to walk it back because, as you know, this is why we kept kids home from school so they wouldn't infect the teachers, that they're going to infect the families. But now that she's saying that that's very rare, why are we keeping the kids out of school who, you know, it's even more rare that they get it?
Yeah, British cancer doctor Professor Carol Sikora recently claimed that the current COVID-19 pandemic, that sounds like I have a cold, but I don't, would burn itself out.
COVID.
Okay? Elena keeps waiting for me to burn myself out, but it's not going to happen. His thinking is that if there are more infections than we realize, and that those are milder, unrecorded infections rebuilt in robust immunity, then this would quickly lead to the herd immunity, leading the virus nowhere to go but extinct. God, why didn't we do that from the get-go then?
Well, why is because they predicted that 1 to 2 or possibly 2.5 million people could die. The systems were going to be overloaded. We weren't going to be able to have enough beds for people. It was going to be
Yeah, that's
people
not
on
a lot
the
of people,
streets
though. You know, I mean,
But
2.5 million people is not a lot of people.
It's a lot of people, sweetheart.
Is it?
It's a lot of people, especially if they're all trying to get into the hospital care, and then we have dying people on the streets. That's not a good thing.
Does this make me sound bad?
Yeah, it kind of does.
It does?
Well, it's certainly not empathetic for the people that are going to
Let's say 2.5 million
have severe
people
ramifications
divided by 7 billion
for the disease, for the disease virus.
is 0.003% of the entire population
Of America?
of planet Earth.
Oh, wow.
0.0003. That's 0.003 of 1%. Doesn't seem like a big kill rate. Again, my point is this: why was this all we heard up until 8 or 10 days ago? And then now all we're hearing is the amount of division on this planet is unbelievable. Like
Global.
3 weeks ago, dude, we were humans worried about getting sick.
Right.
Today we're like, okay, you're one color, I'm a color. Like I don't even know what to say. I got to bring my Talia, make sure I get my I apologize t-shirts back because I got to be wearing them every day right now because I know I'm going to say this wrong. Okay, Johnny, let's talk to our callers.
All right, we got Walter on the line.
Walter, what's up, buddy? Hey, where did COVID go, my brother?
It was never a big deal to begin with, to be honest. It seemed like it was just overplayed and like people forgot they had an immune system, and it's crazy, you know. Stay 6 feet apart, and then you have to wear a mask, and then people's logic was basically, well, your mask doesn't work my mask doesn't work if you don't wear one too, and that was basically the logic. It was everything you're saying was crazy. It's and overplayed.
And where do you live, Walter?
Texas. Oh, sorry, my name's Booker. I didn't say my name.
What's your name, man? What's your name?
His name's Booker.
Booker, man. Booker. I thought you said Wigger. I said Booker's better than Wigger.
Like a book that you read.
Okay, I got it.
Yes, sir.
I got it. So Booker, in what city? What city in Texas?
Jacksonville, Texas.
Where's Jacksonville? I don't know where that is.
East Texas, over maybe, I don't know if you know where Tyler is or.
Oh yeah, sure, man. You out there in the that's country.
In the mud.
Out there in the boonies, yes, sir.
Yeah, you out there with ain't no corona can stop the people over there. Let me ask you a question right now. I often ask people what they're wearing right now. What do I want to know if he's wearing?
Is he wearing a cowboy hat?
You got boots on, boy?
No, sir. I just regular shirt and jeans. I'm working right now, so
okay.
In my jacket, so.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Okay, so you think that the corona thing was never a big deal to start with?
Relative to everything else, no. Like people don't. If you compare it to other information that we have, like just like the leading cause of death in the U.S. is heart disease, and it kills 647,000 people a year in the U.S. alone.
Wow.
And and if I think if the government's real concern was keeping people healthy, they would go after the leading cause of death in the U.S., which is that. And the leading cause of heart disease is a bad diet and smoking and not exercise.
Yeah.
So, and compared to coronavirus that's killed how many people in the U.S.? It's like, why not go after the leading cause?
So why do you think we're not hearing about it right now though? Like, because that was everything 3 weeks ago.
I think there's something new to distract people with, and that's really what was the main thing. The coronavirus was maybe a way of implementing some kind of new control measures over the people as a whole, and now there's something else that they can do that with, or at least create a distraction. Because with all the distraction, there's still people who are focused, like you and Elena and and John and your team there, who are able to keep their eyes on the prize. And there's people making moves regardless of what the masses are doing. And a lot of people don't realize that, there's still plenty of money to be made. Like, I work in the beer business, and the beer sales have done nothing but gone up since everything started. So,
well, alcohol bars were considered an essential business throughout this whole process. Did you know that?
Some were, yeah. Ours were closed, actually. But, people staying at home, I guess, buying so much toilet paper makes people thirsty, I guess. And,
Hey, thanks for calling in, Walter. Thank you. Next caller.
No, his name wasn't Walter. It was Booker.
Booker, I mean.
Oh, my
I said
God.
Booker Walter.
He was a cool dude.
Walter, man, Walter's got, right now, he's the best caller of the day.
Who's Walter?
I don't know why I called him Walter.
Oh, my
right?
gosh.
All right, we got
Dementia.
Everywhere I go, I see Walters.
we got Sam in Pittsburgh.
Sam, have you ever known a Walter? A friend of mine was
so.
Walter when I was growing up. Yeah, good dude.
Your imaginary friend?
Yeah, no, he was real. He was real.
Okay.
Okay,
All right, we got Sam in Pittsburgh.
Sam, what's going on? Sam, where did Corona go?
I have no idea, Grant. I think they always overhype it to get a couple of views on TV. But man, I'm so excited to be talking with you. You're an absolute hero of mine. I so admire what you're doing. It's so cool to have somebody that I just love their life, not just love their business, not just love maybe their relationship, but you really have it all, and you're an inspiration to a 21-year-old guy like me living in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So thank you for everything.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. He's 1/3 of my age.
Wow, that's cool.
1/3.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But yeah, I'm a 21-year-old kid. I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm starting to make a little bit of money. I listen to you almost every day. I love what you're doing, and I have money now to invest. And it was first a business issue. Now where I'm putting money, and I love what you're doing with Cardone Capital. My dad invests in real estate. He says it's a great thing. He read over it all, and he thought it was too good to be true. And he's like, wow, it's a great investment. My only thing is, should I put some money in stocks? I just read Principles by Ray Dalio, and that seems like a great system as well. He has that all-weather portfolio.
Look, here's where I am. Like, I think one of the topics we were going to cover today was the stock market crash that's coming. The NASDAQ just hit the highest all-time. I think it broke 10,000. And in addition to that, the volume yesterday spiked, is a bigger margin of volume than ever before in the history. Like the numbers like off the rails. Just two warnings for you guys, okay? When that many people are starting to herd into this deal, Charles Schwab is offering pieces. Jared knows the term. Like, you don't have to buy the whole Apple stock today because stocks are getting so expensive. Mm-hmm. You can buy a piece of a piece of a piece. You can buy a little bit of Apple. Wow. Now, I'm not talking about ETFs and mutual funds. I'm talking about 1/10 of Apple, 1/10 of Facebook, 1/10 of Netflix. Folks, when they start making this where everybody can eat it, and it's like...
Was like penny stocks?
Like this is crazy, guys. This is crazy. We went from cash to no asset, paper. Back in the day, you'd take cash and you'd buy a business. Today, we're basically taking paper, trading it for paper. I tried to explain the stock market to Elena. Elena's like I just don't understand. Where's the money?
That is not my deal. That is not exactly.
Where's the money? And most of these companies today don't even make money. The stocks that are going up the most don't even make any money. Obviously, Apple makes a lot of money, but if I were you, bro, if I was 21 years old, I would load up in real estate. I'd find the real estate that I buy. You don't lose your capital. Number one, You don't look at your phone every day. I knew a dude that was in the stock market every day, all day long. That guy was looking at red or green, red or green, red or green, up or down, up or down. So I would just tell you, load up in one thing. Get rich before you start gambling. Don't gamble right now.
Yeah.
Okay? Don't gamble. All right?
You're
Appreciate you
90
calling in. Tell your dad thank you for giving us a thumbs up at Cardone Capital.
You got Mike in Jacksonville.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Mike, you're in where are you? Jacksonville, Florida, I'm assuming.
I'm in Jacksonville. What's going on, guys? Hey, first and foremost, I want to say I love what y'all are doing. Big
Aw.
fan.
Thank you. So where did Corona go? Where did it go?
Where did Corona go?
Yeah, where did Corona go?
Well, the riots came. They got other stuff to distract people with now. They're not focused on that anymore.
Who is they?
It's just, I'm not exactly sure, but I did read somewhere. I got to fact check this. I don't know if it's 100% true, but I heard somewhere that during this whole, all the media coverage of everything going on, that Hillary Clinton actually went to trial for that email scandal and was forced to testify or something like that.
She did.
So I believe, I don't know if that's true. I got to fact check.
No, that happened last week.
Oh, that did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well,
See,
the way I see it, man, is if they're covering this that heavy, then there's got to be something else going on.
yeah, that's
don't
what
know.
I want to know. What are they hiding? I know the 5G towers went up in California. I still don't
The
understand.
what?
The 5G towers
Yeah.
went up in California, went in the schools. We don't know about that. I don't know. Is there something to know there? The Pentagon releases the 3 UFO videos and says it is unidentifiable at this point. They don't know what it is. That happened on April 28th. I mean, so what else is going on? Epstein, we have him.
No,
they're claiming he could.
That's actually what I wanted to ask you about,
Yeah.
if you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
They're saying he could have been an Israeli.
I saw that in the bio. So have you seen the Netflix documentary?
No, I have not seen it.
No.
All right. Well, another question. Did you know him? Have you ever met him?
No. And if I did, I wouldn't.
No.
Not even.
That's
the-
why I met
so
Elena.
funny.
Jeffrey introduced me to
Shut
Elena.
up. Let's get back on the show.
That never
it's
happened.
crazy.
See,
That's
that was
fake
good.
news.
See, I got a
Fake
good
news.
laugh out of that.
You did get a good laugh.
Yeah.
So what were you going to say about
and one
Epstein?
more-
But
What
I
was
know this. Now, Clinton. Since we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein, if you guys know who that dude was, he was killed in jail, right? He was
Well, they claim it was a
supposedly a
suicide.
suicide after being on a suicide watch.
Yeah.
He was supposedly on record with 26 trips with
Clinton?
Yeah,
Bill?
Clinton, the Clinton guy.
Bill
Bill
and
Clinton,
Prince-
okay.
and
Now, I
Prince-
dare anybody
And
to
Prince
go on the
Andrew
internet.
and-
I dare you to go on the internet and find a picture of Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton together.
Oh, they're out there. It's in that
No, bro,
documentary.
no, they're not. Go look at it.
I'm
Go
going
look
to
online.
right now.
I think there's
No,
one-
you're going to
there's
see
one
what
in
you're
that-
going to see is you're going to see two pictures in one. Somebody.
Well, they got.
shot.
I mean, they thought you can go on the internet and look up most of his flight logs. He had a lot of people that went to that island. A lot of powerful people.
Well, what happens is what you see is, and again, today's really about why do we see and hear what we see and hear. If you go look up Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton, I bet you the first thing that comes up is a picture of Jeffrey Epstein and Donald Trump.
Yeah, you're right. That's what comes up. The first
Yeah.
one.
Okay, now,
And that's the second one
Who
as
did
well.
that? Who controlled that? The next picture you're going to see, at least on my computer, is Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton, but they're not the same people in the
No,
same
it's a
picture.
split screen.
Now, this is what it's called forensics. Okay, forensics is when you go back. Now, when you clean something up, when you clean a trail up, guess what? It leaves clues because the trail can be too clean. You understand? Now, Jeffrey.
In the documentary, they act. I'm sorry.
No,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead. Tell me. Look, every one of these is
I was
split.
going to say in the documentary, one of the guys, I forget his name, but the one who cut the deal with Epstein back, I think in 2008 or something like that, was told that he belonged to some kind of intelligence agency or something, and that's what people are talking about now. That maybe he was here to compromise people or something.
Guys,
There's a new book.
You can't find any traces of how he made his money. He's got no trace on Wall Street. No one knows him.
Well,
There's a new book coming out. It says Epstein, Dead Men Don't Tell Tales, and they claim that they're going to show proof that he was secretly an Israeli intelligence operative.
Yeah.
So
he was probably working for somebody here in the United States to compromise powerful politicians, not to get them out of office, but to use them while they are in office. If anybody thinks that that's not happening today, okay?
they said his handler was Mossad and National Intelligence Agency for Israel.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you show my computer,
To
Johnny?
show that he was an operative to get blackmail for the purpose of entrapping powerful individuals and politicians.
Yeah, of course you.
But they also said it's going to reveal the truth to his connection to Russian intelligence, explaining why Vladimir Putin granted political asylum to a key individual connected to the case.
Can you email me the link and I'll show you?
So who knows what the book is going to reveal, but I think everyone will agree that this is highly suspicious story.
Most definitely, because like I said, you go through, you can't find anything. His traces in business are very unclear.
Hey, look for what you don't see, folks. Don't just look. This is why I brought this topic up today. Why? Where did Corona go? It stopped the whole country. Now we don't even hear about it. Number two.
Yep.
You go search Jeffrey Epstein online, okay? And this really doesn't have any value to anybody out there. I'm not trying to make noise right now, but I am trying to hopefully out of this show today, you guys walk away and say, dude, am I being manipulated? And by the way, if so, I told Elena last night, I said, baby, the next 5 months is going to be the noisiest. I mean, we literally have to stay away from TV.
Yeah.
Because it is going to be so noisy, you will not be able to not be manipulated. I don't care how much discipline you have. Johnny, I sent you that link. But if you go online and you put in Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton, okay, powerful dude, man, Bill, powerful guy, 8 years in the White House, changed a lot of laws in this country. Again, this is not a political statement, but you cannot find one picture of those two guys together. How do you get rid of that many images on the internet? You tell me how that. Picture, watch this. Hang on a second. Look at this. The first picture, I told you the first picture would come up. Him and Donald Trump. Go back, Johnny. Back to the top, Johnny. First picture is him and Donald. That's not what I put in. Then the next picture is dual pictures, not one picture.
Split screen.
The next picture is, guess who? Trump and Jeffrey Epstein. I didn't put that in the search.
Right.
Okay. Then you see Bill and somebody else. The housekeeper, Jeffrey and Bill.
That's Jeffrey and then the housekeeper.
Yeah, Jeffrey and his housekeeper, okay? See another picture of Jeffrey. Not one image. You're not going to find one image on the internet of Jeffrey Epstein and Bill Clinton ever on a plane together when it's documented that they were. Never at a party together. Who cleaned up all those pictures? Who would think anybody's powerful enough to clean up every image on the internet?
Why do you think that there's no pictures? You think Bill paid the price?
Somebody cleaned them up, man. No, Bill didn't clean it up. Somebody cleans up.
People don't realize just how powerful the Clinton family is. They're way up there, and it really wouldn't surprise me if Bill was involved in it, because if you look back on that whole Monica Lewinsky thing, he's kind of got a history of doing questionable things. I don't know. I don't really know too much about that, but I'm sure there was some.
And again, this is not a political show. We try to stay out of politics here.
It's hard to not start feeling like you're being played, and red flags are like over here, while other side things are going on over here and deflecting, and Americans hating Americans, mask, no mask, we're racist, we're not racist.
Yeah.
We're, it's this constant.
Okay, not one picture of Jeffrey Epstein and Hillary Clinton anywhere on the internet. And any of you guys that look at that and say, oh, yeah, there's a picture. No, those are two pictures that are put together side by side.
Like split screen.
Hey, stay with us. We're going to come back and talk about UFOs. We're going to talk about intelligence, who and what makes a person superior at home, okay, and a lot more. Hey, welcome back to the G&E Show on Cardone Zone, brought to you every week as we figure out how to live together. Maybe the rest of us can figure out how to live together without killing each other. Elena?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the week-to-week ups and downs of what is going on right now, we made a personal vow to stay focused, to stay the track, to try not to get swept up in everything that's going on, stay focused. You want to tell us about your mentorship program right now?
Yeah, I do. Thursday night, we're having one of our first mentor calls for an exclusive group of people. The website's grantcardone.com/.
Emergency Mastermind.
No, that's the mastermind.
I'm sorry.
That's in June. That's later. Stay with
It's
me.
called grantcardone.com/mentor.
Mentor, Grant Cardone. Because look, right now, folks, you're getting. What's up, Johnny?
Bombarded. We're getting bombarded with
We are
distractions.
good.
Huh? Okay, we're getting bombarded. I told Elena last night. I said we can't. The kids are even like, what happened to this Floyd man, Mr. Floyd? Why do they want to not fund the police? Like the kids are concerned.
I
You can
know,
hear it.
Yeah, so
You know,
we have to.
What is
make sure
racism, Papa? What is racism? You
They
know,
don't
like
understand.
so. You know, it's like, man, they're hearing it. We're hearing
I
it.
don't
You're
want 'em to
hearing
hear
it.
it.
What are you going to do for the next 7 weeks, folks? How about the next 5 months until this election, when you know it's going to go ridiculous. So we started today by saying, where did Corona go? Oh, just over. Now we're into riots and
Let's hope it's
protesting.
over. Let's
okay.
hope it's over.
Okay, and so I'm just showing you some things that are going on that are being buried right now that
You still didn't even let me get to my UFOs.
yeah, let's talk about the UFOs. Let's go and talk about them.
Okay.
When was this? I love this story.
Well, the story was released on.
Do you believe in
April-
aliens, first of all?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, do I know if they've come here? I don't know. But I think it's really weird that we live in a universe, galaxy, where there's thousands of other galaxies they found, but yet we're the only ones that live. That's
Yeah,
just
dude, I
arrogant. That's just
1000%
arrogant.
believe not only are there aliens, okay? Call me. Let me know what you think down below. Are there aliens? One,
I just
in the
want to know if
universe.
they're here.
No, I know they're here.
You think they're here?
Dude, they
already?
gotta be here.
I think
We
they're
can't
part of our
see them.
civilization
Well, look.
right now.
Huh?
I think they're part of our civilization right now.
You think they look like us?
No, I don't think they look like. I don't think we can see them. I don't
Because
think
we- like our
and I
hum-
think
our
I think
human
they're in the
eyes-
ocean. I think they're out in the ocean out there.
Well,
In
they say we haven't even
Atlantis?
discovered 90% of what's living in the ocean yet. We haven't discovered 90%.
I can't even see what's in front of me most of the time, folks. I know people that can't read books.
Okay,
Like you can't even tell me what the book said. You went blank. Like how can we see something we don't know what we're looking for? Johnny, can you play that video real quick before Elena pronounces the reality that she is actually
An alien.
an alien?
I'm getting it right now.
You cueing it or you showing it?
I'm queuing it up.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, Elena. While he's
Well,
cueing.
okay, so while he's queuing it, look. It says that the director of government programs with the company, Luis, whatever his last name is, Elizondo, echoed the former senator in a statement. In these uncertain times, again, this is during Corona when we were in lockdown, quarantine. In these uncertain times, it's more important than ever that government speaks the truth to their citizens, and it is the most important pillar of democracy.
Navy pilots spoke about objects that seem to defy the laws of physics. This is interesting. So you got to get the interesting
Well, I
lines.
have
Elena.
that.
Listen.
I'm racing. I can't.
Details emerged about a mysterious 5-year Pentagon programs and claims of metal alloys said to have been recovered from unidentified phenomenon. Okay? Play the video, Johnny. No, you're not there? Oh my God, you keep
Well,
coming
it says
up.
in the videos you'll see objects hurling through the skies, one rotating against the wind.
120 mile an
So
hour.
the
wind.
pilots are like expressing confusion and awe when they first appeared. So look, they also say that there are reasons for this. It could have been.
Johnny, you got to give me an update on where we're at. Do you believe in USOs? Let's talk to our callers, okay? Do you believe in, oh, there it is. What is, yeah, play this, Johnny.
I mean, to me, it just looks like a blob. I don't really see what I'm seeing.
I can't hear it, Johnny. Oh, yeah, there it is. He's talking. Okay. Okay, yeah. Now, right now, he's talking about this unidentified flying object right in front of his F-16 and saying, wait a minute, this thing just flipped. 2 were recorded in 2015, 1 recorded in 2004. But I thought these came later. I thought these were like this year. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, they just got released by the Pentagon, so maybe some
got it.
to in their efforts to quote unquote clear up any misconceptions about whether unclassified footage was real or complete. Now, the beauty of them releasing this is that hopefully they're encouraging more footage to come forward now that they have at least admitted that it's unidentifiable. They did not say it's alien, but they did admit that it is unidentifiable. So now they're hoping that we can actually look and observe.
Do you want to tell them about the UFO you and I saw in LA?
We can. But they're hoping that it opens the subject. My question is, in the craziness of what you think you can't even imagine could be in more store for 2020, let's just hypothetically say next week they confirm that aliens and UFOs are here.
No, the
and
ships
they
are in the
exist.
skies.
Or the ships are in the skies. What does that do for last week? Do we all of a sudden, are we still Americans against Americans? Are we still cops against?
No, it won't be black, white, or brown. It'll be like
do we then have
humans.
to unite as Independence Day? Remember that movie?
I'm ready to go back to Independence Day. Will Smith, Independence Day. I've watched that movie 17 times.
But
let me
do
tell
we
you,
unify at that point?
if the ships show up next week, bro, we're gonna be pulling together. Okay, that's a great movie. Everybody should watch that right now. We're moving into July. Let's go back to Independence Day, man. The aliens come. I want to fight against somebody else other than us chewing ourselves up, right?
Other than mankind.
We'll all pull together. It won't be black, brown.
It'll be unity.
I saw some Japanese people last night on American Idol or whatever that Simon Cowell show is.
It was, okay, yeah.
And I told Elena, I said, so Elena, what race are the Japanese? They're white, right? And she's like, no, they're Asian.
So offensive.
And I'm like,
you can't say that.
They look white. Their skin's more white than my skin is. Like, no matter what I say,
right?
Okay, I'm gonna say it wrong.
For sure.
But to me,
we're gonna get you that shirt, the shirt that
I
you
need that
had
shirt.
printed over a year ago, saying I apologize in advance. He always gets in trouble for everything he says.
What's the alien's name?
Krenon
from Krenon 12. What's up, my friend? Please, do you come with friendly things or with hostility in your heart? Krenon.
Is that me?
Yes, Krenon. Welcome to planet Earth.
No, it's Pranam. It's Pranam, but I come with peace.
You come with peace. Dude, let me ask you a question.
Peace.
You can catch up on the other topics here about the coronavirus and Jeffrey Epstein, but I want to know, do you believe in aliens?
When I started listening to you guys last week talking about it, I did, just because I think you're crazy and I love it. But yeah, I think there's aliens out there.
Yeah.
Wow, you think they're already here?
He didn't say that.
I don't know about already here,
Yeah, I
but
don't
you
know
guys
about all the way here
literally
either.
had me dying laughing last week when you brought up, when do the aliens show up?
I'm scared to mention
You guys
it.
at least had me insistent.
I'm afraid it might actually happen. At this point, I wouldn't doubt it.
I think it would be good for us if they showed up right now the way we're killing each other.
Well, that's true too. But no, I'm not ready for.
All I know about
apocalypse.
ET, all I know about ET is you need to add an ET to your ass.
Asset.
Huh?
I got it.
Okay, what's up? What's going on, man? Thanks for calling in. What's happening?
So, yeah, Grant and Elena, I'm big fans of yours. You guys do great things and you keep it real. So a lot of respect first and foremost.
Thank you.
Grant, I think you brought up a great point. I think when you look at the market, the stock market, which is always the individual investors, attractive place to go, it's such a scam compared to real estate, in my opinion. And I think the reason is, you brought it up a second ago, is the hourly rate. I was doing a little bit of basic math, and let's just say you invested $10,000 a year in the stock, and the average return is 10%. As an individual investor, you're going to make about half as good as the market will. So you make 5%. So that's $500. And I looked up some data that the average investor spends 7 hours per week on stock investing. So that's 350 hours a year. So 500 divided by 350, that's $1.42 an hour. Never mind all the other crap you got to worry about. And you don't own the asset in terms of it being a cash-on-cash thing. So
That's right.
I think you make a great point about real estate being so much better than the stock market.
Yeah,
if you look at it.
You know, I've never heard anybody talk about the breakdown about what it takes to research. Did I make a good investment? By the way, you could have done all the research you wanted in the last 20 years, bought General Electric. You'd have paid $125 for General Electric. It's a $7 stock today. They don't ever talk about that on CNBC. Like Jim Cramer never talks about, hey guys, if you'd have put $10,000 in General Electric, you would have literally $1,200 today.
Right.
And so, not to mention the time, the energy, the effort, looking at your phone, studying it. Do I sell it? Do I buy it? Do I get some more? Blah, blah, blah. What do you think about ETFs then? That somebody would just be in an index?
Well, I think for the average individual investor, we all think that we're better than others in trading. And the reality is, 1% of money managers, professionals, outperform the market over a 5-year period. So it's like, it's bonkers to think that you can pick individual stocks. So if you do an ETF and you have the patience, fine, low fees, all that is great. But you bring up the best point, which is that, hey, I'm benchmarking that you make 5% on your $10,000. So you make $500 on your $10,000 in that year. What about all the people who lose to the house? I mean,
if you'd have bought General Electric,
the stock market.
Yeah, if you'd have bought General Electric 10 years ago at $125, $10,000 is worth $560 today. You'd have lost $9,500. Yes, you were paid a dividend, but you're also sitting with a loss for 10 years. And with the real estate, you get leverage. $10,000 would buy $30,000 worth of real estate. 2, you get depreciation. I get write-offs the entire time I own the asset.
Right.
And 3, I would have gotten cash flow if I bought the right property that was a cash flow property, like you're saying. And I would have gotten the cash flow, the depreciation, and I guarantee you 10 years, the rents would have gone up to that property. Even if they only went up $100 or $200 a month over 10 years, you would be probably double or triple what your dividend was in the beginning. So that's a great point. What kind of real estate do you own?
I used to be in land, so I was in specifically land development. So I'm a real estate guy. I grew up in it. But in general, I've always believed that you can't play a market where you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
It's stacked against you. And if you're, I also have purchased property through self-directed IRAs. It's like, I'm not going to put my money into a market that I have no clue about, which is stocks. Like, these individual money managers go and interview CEOs, and they sit down and review financials with CFOs, and they don't get it right. So who am I to think blindly I can pick this thing? Whereas real estate, I can go interview this property, I can go look at it, feel it out, talk to past owners, the community.
You're not going to get to see the books of Coca-Cola, bro. You're not going to get to see the books of Facebook.
Right.
Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it. Now, all of you stock investors, I know there are a lot of people making money right now. You bought Boeing last week, 3 weeks ago at $90, or March 22nd at $90. That stock's $225 today. Wow. You made 2.5 times your money. But did you buy it? And did you own it when it was $375 before it went to $90? What side of that game do you want to be on? It's not the game that we're playing. I'm just telling everybody right now, be careful, okay? 115 companies in the S&P 500. That means 30% of the companies in the S&P 500 are still down 20% or more for the year. Don't believe all the headlines you're seeing. Just like, where did Jeffrey Epstein go? Who hired that guy? Who put him in there? How did he get killed in jail? He was on a watch. Why did you hear about Corona for 3 or 4, 5, 6 weeks, and now you don't hear about it at all, even though you still got your mask, okay? We're being programmed, folks, to believe what they want us to believe and see. I cannot find a picture of Mr. Clinton and Jeffrey Epstein, even though they were friends, admitted friends. We cannot find a picture on the internet. Why? Because somebody went and scourged the internet, cleaned up every photo. The power that it takes to clean up every image on the internet is freaking mind-boggling.
Unbelievable.
All right? So think about this over the next, 3 or 4 or 5 months? Because it's going to get noisy now, folks. We're here to help you guys, okay? It's going to get noisy. And it's going to get so noisy, you're not going to be able to stay focused on your business. Hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people are going to go bankrupt because of this corona, whatever this this corona. Millions of people are going to get crushed. 40 million people are out of work, maybe 38 million people right now. We got a guy across the street, he lost a tenants across the street at his retail
Say it,
store.
don't spray it.
Okay? Elena and I, we're in a great position to just encourage you over the next weeks, months. Stay focused right now. If I could help mentor you and guide you along the way, join my mentor program. I'd love to have you as part of an exclusive group of people that meets each week and keeps our heads together.
Be a part of a conversation that can actually,
Move.
that you can control in your own life to make a difference for the better for you, your family, and your community, rather than participating in the conversation that gets nowhere, that leads nowhere, that oftentimes ends up pitting people against each other because this one has a firm belief here and this one has a firm belief here. Unless you're actually going to move to make some sort of change, which normally requires changing yourself first.
Yeah. And everybody's got an opinion right now. So I'm not just sharing, by the way, I haven't really had an opinion except for the aliens on this show today. I believe that they're out there. I can't believe they're not out there. It's just not real to me. There's mites in my skin that I can't see.
Let's not talk about mites.
Look at my mites.
That's gross.
Okay. So like everybody's got an opinion. Now the whole thing that's going on with the protest, rather than me having an opinion, Elena and I and the Grant Cardone Foundation, we just wrote a check for $1 million. So I know a lot of guys out there got opinions. So I'm like, okay, we're going to put $1 million to educate inner city kids of color. And by the way, white is a color. Last time I checked. White, brown, black. You don't have a daddy. If you don't have a daddy at home and you're financially illiterate and you want to get the money game right, not the political game. I got calls out to Snoop Dogg. I got a call with Meek Mill and his team today. I got calls in for Magic Johnson, Damon John, a bunch of my brothers of color. I don't even know if I can say that.
Probably not.
Okay, but friends of mine that understand these inner city kids are being played. And look, it doesn't matter, man. You need to own the neighborhood to control the neighborhood. Folks, you got to get money on this planet. And the politicians aren't going to tell you that. So as long as
like you said, they all, or a lot of them are using their position to placate.
Yes.
And
you're
to
hearing
take
everybody.
advantage.
You're hearing everybody. I say, everybody defund the police. Defund the IRS if you want to defund something. Defund the IR and the S. That's something everybody could pull for. Who would like to see the IRS?
Maybe that's what unites us all.
An unconstitutional department, by the way. Okay? Defund the IRS.
All right, we got Dennis.
Don't take any taxes from me on any given year. Watch how much money I spend.
Dennis in Clearwater. He's here.
Can you imagine?
Tell me about it.
If I didn't last year, like if I didn't if I didn't have to pay the IRS anything, shit, I'd have money to fix my own streets.
But would you?
You damn right I would. What would I do with the money? I'd go invest it, spend it. You know, I'd be a roller. I'd have more watches.
You'd hire more.
People need watches, by the way. Okay, let's talk to Clearwater. Clearwater, what's happening?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Come on, man. Come on, beautiful place you live.
Show.
Yeah, man. You know, you guys were acting like fools during the coronavirus. Clearwater was the joke beach of all beaches in America.
Oh yeah, people wouldn't listen. For one, you know, they were
Maybe
still
they were the
going
smart
out there.
ones.
I think the shutdown happened way too slow. If there really was a huge concern,
You think it went too slow?
I think.
Because they didn't.
Yeah, I
shut
think
down
it
till
went
after.
too slow because if there's a big problem and you get the scientists that are researching the virus are saying that it jumps from one person to three people for every third person and it spreads so fast, then why did you guys take your time to shut everything
See,
down?
they got all up
And
in
it
your
wasn't
head.
even a
You got
full
mites
lockdown.
in your head right now. Ask him the question.
Do you know anyone that got sick
Yeah, it
up
wasn't
there?
even a full lockdown. It was, let's go into phase one, let's do,
Interrupt him.
you know, lower the capacity, but it wasn't like shut everything down right now, let's stop it from spreading. It's a global movement.
Yeah.
First
Hey,
global
let me ask you a
movement I've
question.
seen
Let
in
me
my
ask you a
lifetime.
question.
Do you
Yeah.
know anyone that got sick?
Do I know anyone that got sick?
Yeah.
That's so funny you guys asked that question because I was at.
Yeah, but what's the answer to the question? What's the answer to the question? I know it's funny.
Answer is no.
The answer is no. I knew the answer was no when you started pontificating. Pontificating. They went too slow, but I don't know anybody that got sick. Now, I do know a friend, my friend in New York.
I know one guy that came to my house who was working for Bright House, and he came over. He said he got the clearance to go back to work.
Yeah.
He said he got it, but by the time he was tested and got the results back, it had already left him. He only had it for 4 or 5 days.
Dude, that guy was an alien, bro. Don't y'all know that the aliens work for Bright House?
Dang.
Why you think they call it Bright House?
Operation Bright Eyes.
It's bright.
Okay,
Yeah,
do you believe it?
honestly,
Let me ask you this question. Do you believe in aliens?
I do.
But listen to how he
I do
said
believe
it.
in
Everyone's
it. I find
afraid.
it very hard
See
to
how his
believe
voice
that in
dropped?
the universe that is so infinitely expansive that never
That's how I
ends
feel.
Yeah.
has only human life forms on it.
Okay,
Me
now
too. That's how I
the
feel.
third question is, do you believe that Elena and Jeffrey Epstein used to hang out together?
No. That's fake news, guys.
That's fake news.
Thank you, John.
Okay.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay,
That's
okay,
right.
I'm gonna ask you one more question, okay? Ranch house or oceanfront?
Oceanfront.
Oceanfront.
Okay. You know, hey, I appreciate you calling in, Clearwater. I don't know if you had a question.
I do have a question for you guys.
Okay, go ahead.
I think that, you guys have a very powerful platform and you're asking a lot of great questions, trying to bring awareness to the public. So my question to you guys is, I think that as far as, there's a couple things that you guys mentioned. I think one of them is you need to own the neighborhood to control it. So when you're talking about are we being manipulated, I think you already know the answer to that question when we have to look at who owns the land. If they own the neighborhood, they are the ones who are controlling it. I do think if you have people who are hiding photos, silencing voices, deleting blog posts, and, there's obviously bigger players than, the puppet masters controlling the government. There is manipulation.
Yeah, of course there is. Of course
so my
there is.
question to you guys was, if we know we're being manipulated, what do we do about it? And the second part to that question is, if they are silencing voices, removing photos, deleting blogs, are you guys not afraid to call them out to the public?
So yeah, this is good. You want to say anything about that, Elena?
No,
Are you afraid?
Look, you could be.
Yeah.
You could be if you get really powerful. They could really step in and discredit you and turn the tides on you. I believe they can spin stuff. I don't know who they is though. I don't know who the they is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. That's where I'm trying to say, what do we do about it?
Yeah.
I think the first step is now that everyone is starting to become more aware and starting to ask the questions, what are these vaccines? What are they made of? Why are we going to be having to be given chips and vaccines? Are we okay with this? What are our rights? What is going on with the 5G towers? How come you can't have these posts that get taken down? I'm talking about everything though.
Yeah.
Like everything that's being censored and monitored, and the people that do speak out about this, they always discredit them and make them look like loony bins, and all the shaming. Just look at the shaming for the masks.
Okay, so
And that's
what am I going to
mask.
do? This is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going off the grid, dude.
You're going off the grid.
We're going to get a ranch. I'm going to get a ranch,
Go off the
okay?
grid.
I'm going to follow the money. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to follow the money. Now, I am a little scared that people are going to come after me because I got a big mouth. Elena will.
Defuse.
We all know that Elena won't keep protesting. I will. I will keep until I get punched in the face over and over again, and she'll ride off into the sunset.
I'm going to try
on
to
the
stay
cruise.
focused and trying to help as many people
I know
as
you
we
will. I know
can
that.
with financial
I know you
freedom
will,
and
but you
success
know I got a
and to
big
keep them
mouth.
on the platform. I'm trying not to have so many opinions. That's not my thing. My thing is, look, you have data that can bring people to financial freedom they won't need a government to depend on if they can apply this data.
Yeah,
That's
but
my purpose.
Johnny, because right now, you guys, you need to dream, okay? And I brought up the ranches and follow the money because when I was a kid, I dreamed of living on a ranch. I used to watch Bonanza. You don't even know what that show is, do you? So Bonanza was
too
about
young.
a family, the Cartwrights. And if you know the Cartwrights, post below, okay? There was Papa Cartwright, Little Joe, Big Joe. Was everybody called Joe? I think the sister was called Joe.
She's
So-
Josephina.
Yeah. So
about Bart?
anyway, it was a ranch, and my dad loved this show because I think my dad wanted to own a ranch, and I've always wanted to own a ranch. So during the week, when I'm distracted, I'm like, hey, what do I need to be doing right now? Dude, go back to your dreams. Go back to what you dream of, not what they want to impose on you to think about. Because that is the problem with all this noise, and for the next 5 or 6 months is going to be, you're going to lose your dream. You're going to lose your way and get caught up in all this
The noise
junk.
and the conversation.
So we started looking at ranches this weekend. Like anytime we're at the house, I take my computer and I start banging out all these ranches. Johnny, can they see my computer or no? Yes or no,
You
Johnny?
see a picture of it, yeah.
Oh, you're going to show okay, so we found this place online. Is that place freaking ridiculous?
We
Dude,
love it.
you don't even need cowboy boots on that ranch.
Dude, that place is sick, okay? I mean, that place. Go to the next picture, Johnny. Now, this is ridiculous. No more pictures, Johnny? Johnny, I sent you the whole damn thing of pictures. I took the time to send you like 7 pictures and you don't have them?
Woo!
Put in
Burn.
Castile Ranch, Johnny, and show this. I want to share this with everybody.
Castile Creek.
Castile
Retreat.
Creek Retreat, okay? Castile Creek, okay? By the way, if you know the listing on, there it is, Johnny, there it is, okay? This is just a few of the pictures. I mean, they're stunning. This place,
There's a bridge that you have to
436
drive.
acres.
There's a bridge. If you get that right corner, Johnny, there's a bridge that you have to cross that's like in the middle of the trees. There it is.
Yeah, that's $1 million bridge right there.
Yeah, that's the driveway.
So rather than cutting the path down where your car would go down and then have to go back up to the property, they built a bridge so you're driving through the aspens, through the top of the aspens.
It's amazing.
Now, I'm not saying we're going to buy this house, even though I wrote an offer this morning. But I am going to say that, and by the way, buying a house like this is ridiculous. Yes, I understand that. It would be stupid for me to buy this place.
But how we can make sense of everything, there's 10 residents on the property. We could have
10.
mastermind retreats of couples that or people that came
Now you're
to,
just trying to make sense of it.
I'm making sense.
There's not 10 residences, though. There's multiple houses, but not residents.
I thought
that
it
would
was-
suggest other people own that
No,
property.
okay, sorry. I meant like on the same property, 10 little
But
houses.
this gets us
Cabins.
talking. It gets us talking. It gets us
It's just creating a future,
arguing about
being
what we
excited.
want. Okay, rather than
Right.
what they want you to
Right.
be talking about.
Right.
So this is a very simple thing to do. Guys, get in a group that keeps you focused. That says, hey, knock it off, it don't matter. Let's get back to focus on this. Because if I can put your full attention on your problems, that house is $78 million.
It's ridiculous. But
What do I always say about problems? Get problems so big.
that your others pale in
Have
comparison.
Get goals so big.
Yeah.
Get goals so
And-
big.
And look, the thing that was exciting, look, we're not going to be getting an $80 million compound right now. But the thing
You
that
don't
was
know that.
exciting, we don't know. I'll keep it out there. Maybe it'll happen. But the thing that was exciting is it allowed us to turn off the television. It allowed us to turn off the news and the noise where the kids, even though I try not to let them watch the news, they walk by and they hear everything.
Everything.
It got us to turn that off and as a family, look at this property, engage with each other, and have some really fun family
We have
time.
looked at this video.
The kids are enamored.
Okay.
They want us to move tomorrow.
And then we start shopping 70,000 acres. The house Mike Bloomberg bought up in Colorado. We start looking in Wyoming. We start looking in Montana.
Fantasizing.
And we
With
spent
the
hours.
dogs we could have on the property. The
dogs,
deer.
cattle. Who's going to go get the milk in the morning? What are you going to be wearing up there? How cold will it be? Johnny, I just sent you another link, okay? Who's going to learn how to drive the snowcat? Like so many.
That's fun conversation.
Exactly.
Productive conversation that gets your mind thinking big enough to start going to achieve your goals.
And gets the kids starting to ask questions. Like Sabrina and I have had conversations because Sabrina's like, she thinks this place would make her the happiest person she's ever been, right? And I'm like, okay, but let's do the math on it. Not only do I need to buy it, let's say somebody gave me it, I need to keep it up. I need to pay for the electricity,
How much
the
does it
water,
cost to run?
like this place,
the caretakers that need to
caretake-
be on the property.
the property taxes. Okay, I know, I see that. I mean, the property taxes on this thing would be $350,000 a year to keep up, just to pay the taxes.
There's
Who's going
the
to
ice cream bar.
Johnny, I mean, once you
on
go to
the
big
left.
pictures, Johnny, so people can actually see it, just click in. Oh yeah, Johnny, go sexy. Can they see us or just the pictures now, Johnny?
Just the pictures.
Dude, you guys got to have dreams, man. You got to have dreams, okay?
Well, that one's not
You,
the
yeah, you
best.
didn't start on the best one, but
Yeah.
you got to have dreams. You got to think big. You got to dream big. A little movie theater. Yeah, you're going backwards, Johnny, man. You're not a good. You're not.
That's
doing,
the ice cream parlor
That's the
that
ice
the
cream
kids
parlor.
want to-
Yeah, go to the big pictures. That's the entry right here. Can you imagine? Come to the Cardone's Ranch for the weekend. Okay, 436 acres in the wilderness.
There's an indoor shooting gallery, an outdoor shooting range. I mean,
Yeah.
they have a soccer court, basketball, baseball. I mean,
And we can see UFOs from this property because the sky's so
you
clear.
can see the Milky Way.
Yeah. Hey, my name's Grant Cardone. This is the beautiful Elena Cardone. Every week we come to you to tell you how we're figuring out how to get through everything from coronavirus.
See how excited that got us, though? Like, we went from being all, like, trying to confuse and figuring it out and being upset to, like, now we're into this big
I'm
creation.
excited again. I'm like, God dang, what do I got to do?
Woo!
How much money do I need to go make to pay for that house?
So if you want
What
to
if,
be...
what if I got 5 or 10 years of unbelievable
Potential.
memories out of that house? Forget the money. If I got like that's what life is about. How can I put enough together so me and my family and the people I love and my partners
And
and,
the
my
community can
customers
come.
can come here and
for
have
a
an
retreat.
experience of a
I
lifetime.
want my retreat.
That's worth more than money.
Horseback riding.
Yeah.
I mean, canoeing.
You don't even
fly
know how to
fishing.
ride. You don't even know how to ride a horse.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
And I
It's just a
learned
lot of
how to
pictures,
fly
John.
fish.
Fly
I could-
fishing, huh?
I could catch speckled trout in the water.
And have those memories, you know. I wonder if there's Johnny. Would you come visit us, Johnny, in video?
Yeah,
I think he would.
of course
So-
I would.
so
I would
look,
come
if you want
all
to be-
day, every day. I'd move across the street.
So if you want to be around people that are going to optimize these times, hold each other accountable, think big, grow big, I implore you to look into joining the mentorship. GrantCardone.com.
It's a $997 registration. You're an exclusive group of people. It's 7 weeks left to it.
People that want to stay positive, people that want to hustle, people that want to learn and grow.
Each week, this program's about marketing. How can you get known? Because if you can't get known, you're never going to buy a place like that. I'll just tell you a little story before we close. Michael Bloomberg just bought KKR's ranch. It's $40 million. It's in Meek, Colorado. I'll guarantee you that Kravis called Michael Bloomberg and said, hey, Michael, I'm about to sell this ranch. It's 40,000 acres.
Wow.
Okay? 40,000. It's not 400 acres. It's 40,000 acres.
Wow.
Yeah, what you need for it? Mike Bloomberg's worth, I don't know, 23 billion. What's Mikey worth?
Anyway, continue with the story. I'll look at it.
I want somebody to have this, Michael, that's going to take care of it for the next 30 or 40 or 50 years, okay? Yeah, 60 billion. Sorry, I was only out by 37 billion. Okay.
So
man,
you
that's
think that's how it
inspirational.
happens?
That's how it happens.
They just call friends.
Who knows you? Not just who you know. Who knows you? Kravis called Michael Bloomberg.
Because he
Michael,
knew.
I want you to have this. They're friends. You guys got to, this is our next 7 weeks of this mentoring program is about who do you know, and most importantly, who
do
knows
you know and who is going to grow?
She tried to round that off. Okay, work it out.
I'm working it out.
You ain't Cardi B yet, okay? All right, so you can go to grantcardone.com/mentor to join there. If you want to come spend a few days with us here in Miami, in 8 days, I'm having a mastermind right here in our classroom in the back, 2 days with me to talk about what are you going to do to get through the next 5 or 6 months to make sure 2020 is the best year you ever had. Not that you survived it. Okay, we got 25 people coming here. They're going to spend 2 days with me, and we're going to map out the blueprint you need to make 2020 the best year you ever had. By the way, that is what you were saying in January. But what
Yeah.
happened in the last 5 months?
Distractions.
They talked you out of it. Okay, thanks for watching today. Thanks for listening to Sirius Radio. Also, if you're on YouTube, please comment below if you like the show, don't like the show. Comment, have an opinion, man. Damn, have an opinion. If you can't comment below, how you going to go vote in November? Let's keep it real.